Batisi TV, Lawan Rashipi Daka Frank Yamaha, the Maxi Sports Scooter Arox 155, Ringkat Bakanet Foodish, Ordar Mapi, Ninwan Ramani, Hakir Dobying Jompi.
Myntri Kynthah Sorkar Pdeng Page skill development, entrepreneurship, electronics and information technology. Uti Rajiv Chandra Shekhar Hakakhalai Tere Kulalangkot Arja Apulai. Ula Kynthah ting yaga All India Trinamool Congress. Daga bakano bakala Shim Kabu yaga Jingshida, Jogi Paidbah Jalam Miglea, Daga Bawanra Shikung Jingkular. Ula Kynthah ting ru yaga Trinamool Congress. Kawalapan sa priang yaga Kubur Kibalong Persha yaga BJP. Hakabala kano bakadai ka sengsan partai kabali asliang khamat yaki ritpat hakajing kran bigalat pathai khubor uchandar shekhar ulo ongru baka Jingkular jong Trinamool Congress ban aikam hadu lai laktam ki samla jong jala megalia kadi tang ka Jingkular kabadan hasun namar bagi samla jong jala West Bengal menta ki ma de jing e ka bakrau ba nakadaw jong Trinamool Congress.
I also wanted to particularly draw your attention to some opposition parties during the election season trying to create fear amongst the communities, Christian communities about the BJP. And I want to say that these lies should be totally exposed because the BJP under Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji believes in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. That is for everybody, for everybody's progress, for every citizen's growth and prosperity. So there is absolutely no truth in any of these allegations that are being made by opportunistic parties like TMC that the BJP is anti-anybody. The BJP under Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is a party that is committed to building a new India for all Indians. And our effort and our track record in Meghalaya as well as any part of the country where every scheme, every program, whether it is PM Awas Yojana for homes or PM Ayush Yojana for health, or PM Insurance, Bima Yojana for insurance, or indeed vaccinations during COVID, or the Prime Minister Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana during the COVID, has been delivered to every citizen without any discrimination on the basis of community, gender, age, caste or creed. So that lie is to be exposed, and through you, the media, I appeal to you to expose the lies of those political parties that try and create this type of fear and false fear among certain members of the community in the state and in India. I actually think the exact opposite. I think people all around the country, including the states in the northeast, including Meghalaya, which have been long ignored in terms of development, long ignored in terms of infrastructure, long ignored in terms of education and skills, and long ignored in terms of economic opportunity, are now under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of New India coming into the mainstream. More and more investments, more and more opportunities are being created. And so therefore, when parties have no other answer, no other challenge to this type of development politics, they resort to fear-mongering, they resort to lies, they resort to misinformation. And it is a politics of misinformation which we will counter at every step with truth and facts. The TMC today is in government in West Bengal. The youth of West Bengal are suffering. West Bengal has remarkably little private investments, as you know, in technology and in electronics, which has created 18 lakh new jobs in the last 1 year alone. Nobody has made an investment in West Bengal. So it is very easy for some political parties who have no track record of development, who have no track record of performance, to come and make these promises. These are empty promises. These are the same kind of promises they made in West Bengal, they have made it in Goa. People have rejected them repeatedly because they know these are plain, outright, political, opportunistic promises that are being made by these parties. Our party is a party that is committed to service, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji says. We believe in this vision of New India. We work to building this New India. We don't just come during elections, make promises, and then disappear after elections to make the next set of promises in the next election-bound state. The TMC represents opportunistic politics. The BJP represents development and the future of prosperity and opportunity for every Indian and every citizen of Meghalaya. Look, I think this is again a falsehood that is being propagated to characterize people who join the BJP. Look, the BJP is the one party in the country that is growing. It is growing in terms of its vote share, it is growing in terms of its popularity, it is growing in terms of its footprint, in terms of every state. And so people from other parties are joining. To characterize the joining of every leader, every karyakarta who wants to partner with Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in this vision of a new India as being linked to money is really exposing the kind of politics that these opposition parties practice. Our philosophy is very clear. We are an inclusive party. Whoever believes in the ideology of development, whoever believes in the ideology of corruption-free governance, whoever believes in the ideology of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, does not play opportunistic politics of polarizing communities and dividing the state or the country, has a place in the BJP. And the BJP will grow and embrace all people who want to build a new India vision and strengthen the hands of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Today, in the constituency of our Meghalaya BJP State President, Ernst Mauriji, 1,000 ladies joined the BJP. Now, you cannot look at those 1,000 ladies and say that they are anything but believers in Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision of a new Meghalaya, of a transformed Meghalaya where all their children, all their families have opportunities to grow and prosper. This is our philosophy, this is our ideology. So, to the TMC allegation, I think when there is a saying in English called grapes are sour. So when you cannot fight BJP on development, when you can't fight us on ideology, when you cannot fight us on our performance, then you resort to lies and misinformation. If you don't resort to, if your lies about dividing communities don't work, then you create these lies and fiction about saying that we do money politics. We do not. You know, our approach to these contentious issues, whatever issues are issues that we will sit down, we will discuss with the communities and come to a framework that is equitable, fair and transparent and meets everybody's aspirations. We don't believe in using these things as election time gimmicks. We don't use emotion to polarize and create divides between people. We think every Indian citizen, or indeed every citizen of Meghalaya, every voter of Meghalaya must work together. That is why the Prime Minister says Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, and then he adds on Sabka Prayas. It is only together as a community, as a state, that we can create a better tomorrow. So our approach is that even the most difficult issues, and by the way, this is the government that has dealt with issues that were lingering for 70, 75 years and have solved those issues by sitting down with all those affected. That is why in Northeast today we have a region that was characterized for years and decades as a region of violence, of divisions, of secessionist movements and guerrilla violence. All of that has been slowly and systematically being addressed and dealt with by negotiations, by talking, by bringing stakeholders around the table. So problems that existed for decades are being solved by the Prime Minister Modi ji's BJP government. And I can assure you that the most important issues, the most ticklish issues that have lasted for years in Meghalaya also will be sorted out if the BJP is elected to power and forms the government.